It's a Tuesday night in Western Pennsylvania here in the fall season, and that means it's boys soccer night. The Gateway Gators take on the Plum Mustangs here on Gateway Gators Productions. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Spencer Witt. Plum Mustangs, one of the top teams in the section. Gateway looking for their first victory on the year, and we're underway. Plum in the white jerseys on your screen. Gateway in the black jerseys. The JV team for Plum defeated Gateway 3-1. Good showing, though, from the Gators of Gateway. As taking this one down the pitch and sending it over back for Gateway. Their first opportunity on offense. A big swing there. I think the ref took a lot of that one. Referee in the bright yellow jersey there. Going to feel that one tomorrow, but for now, he's going to run this one off and Plum with it. Back for Gateway. Now Plum just trying to swipe it back over towards their keeper, and they'll swing it to the near side now. This Plum team, one of the top teams in the section, was a really good team last year as well. Went 10-0 in conference, 18-2-3 this past season. Actually went to the WPIAL Class 4A championship, fell to Fox Chapel 1-0 in that one. Went to the state final or state playoffs as well. Defeated McDowell in the first round, fell to Cumberland Valley 3-0 out in Altoona in the quarterfinals. Plum soccer has always been, on both the women's and the men's side, and boys and girls sides, one of the top programs in the eastern part of the Pittsburgh area. Of course, these two teams not too far away from each other, basically just down the road. Nice touch for Gateway. Swiped out, sent out of play though for the Gators. Gateway this season 0-4 on the year. Fell to Deer Lakes in a match they do not want to remember. 8-2 record, or 8-2 score in that one. Also fell to Butler, Cannon Mac, and Penn Hills, a Penn Hills team trying to rebuild their program. Finished near the bottom of their section last year, but a victory for the Indians. Good way to start things for Penn Hills, but not a good way to start things for Gateway, and a foul called on the Gators, or on the Mustangs, excuse me. It'll be one of the captains for Gateway who will take this one. Number 12 for the Gators, Grant Karstetter. Senior captain sends it forward for the Gators. It's a low free kick that bounced once and then was touched forward. Battling for that one, that's 13. It's Jahari Scott, a freshman for Gateway. Looked pretty good here to start things off. Got a lot of speed on that Gators right wing. Speaking of speed as well, here comes Plum. Kent Holmes with it. He crosses it in, looking for some help. And the trailer gets to it for Plum. On the near side now, James Jodkin. Jodkin, it goes out of bounds, and it will be staying with the Mustangs. Corner kick for Mustangs.
Number 29, Kolankowski.
Austin Kolankowski will take the corner kick, senior for the Mustangs. High into the box, deep to the other side of the box, and that one touched once by Plum, but then cleared out for the moment. Bouncing around a couple times now and back. Ooh, almost a swing and a miss there from Gateway, but they're able to retrieve it and send it back forward with the touch. Emerson Langlands takes it for Gateway, and then forward, Amar Merrill Merriweather. Ryan Hellman jabbed at that one for the moment, and it's sent forward, though, and collected by the keeper for Gateway, Maximo Estremera.
for the Gators.
Sophomore for Gateway,
Shot.
starting keeper
Wide right goal kick.
for the Gators, as the shot there goes far right. And it will be a goal kick again for the Gators. Yeah, I talked about it before, the losses for Gateway. As this one given away almost defensively and jabbing at it was Plum. They still have possession, actually. So hang on here before I go back to that one. Headed over and scoring.
Header goes in for the Mustangs.
It's a goal for the Mustangs.
34-50.
And it's number 28, Kent Holmes, who scores that one for the Mustangs. Another look at it. He was the one who actually was battling for it initially. And he gets help from his teammate, the number right above him, Austin Kolanowski. Another look at it here. And it's headed in by 28.
Home goal scored by number 28, Kent Holmes.
So Holmes gets the goal for the Gator, or for the Mustangs, excuse me, and it's a 1-0 lead for Plum. Holmes with it again. Holmes has defense on him, and nice stand up there from the Gators. Good defense from Max Fry, but he sends it out of play. And it'll be thrown in for the Mustangs. Swung back over to midfield where it's sent deep ball. Really good ball here if it's on sides. It is, but not a good touch, though. I don't think the Plum player there, Hudson Strasser, thought he was on sides. He kind of just took an errant swing at that as maybe expecting him to be getting a whistle, but he was on sides. It was a tough angle, though, regardless. So 1-0 Plum, the Mustangs. Scoring the first goal just a couple minutes into this one. And back over for Gateway. Nice move for the Gators. Trying to cut this one and crossing and getting a touch on it. Player there and scoring! It's Amar Merriweather who gets the goal. The nice cross in for the Gators.
At 32-53.
Another look at it here. This was the cross. You saw it crossed in and the touch from the keeper. But just a little bit of a touch from Chase Eber. Amar Merriweather was in the right place, right time. Just like that, the Gators tied this back up. Real quick, a really good run as well. Camden Simon is going to get the assist credit. The captain, one of the captains, I should say.
Merriweather. That ties it up at 1-1.
Now deflecting off a couple players and back for the Mustangs. Gateway with it. Gateway has shown some resilience here early on, but just need to clean some stuff up like this. Can't let Plum capitalize, and trying to do so is Kent Holmes. Holmes defended, and Holmes stays with it. Does he keep it on that end line? Yes, he apparently does. Crossing it back in. Shot taken. It gets deflected off a defender. Back out for the Mustangs. That one driven over, and Estremera holds on to it. Marco Tomasino was the one who took the shot.
Shot by number 17, Marco Tomasino.
And Tomasino is the one who took the shot. Estremera holds on to it, diving to his right. A lot of action so far. Only a handful of minutes have gone by here. Just about 10, not even. In this one, good ball lofted over, and getting by are the Mustangs. Shot taken, Estremera right there for the stop. It was Kent Holmes who got around the back line, but Estremera was able to get there. Another look at it. That was a shot from Holmes, just went right to him though. Swung back over and back into the air, midfield. First header for Plum, but a foul called, and leaning too far in. The header was not straight up into the air from one of the players for Plum. I believe that was Landon Vassell, and Vassell's going to get called for the foul. And a free kick for the Gators into the box. Bounces around. Still in that box. A couple players are circling around it, and then finally it's jabbed out by Plum. Drop back off for the Mustangs. Some pressure on the back line, and Gateway with it. Camden Simon. Back over for Emerson Langlands, and then back down the pitch now. Hudson Strasser. Strasser cuts it in, still in possession, and stopped by the back line. It was a good slide in there. It's Troy Bowden who was there on defense, getting in front of Holmes, who was looking for his second goal, and now here come the Gators. A lot of intensity here early on in this one. Really good crowd here as well tonight. This is the opener for the Gators at home. As we already mentioned before, a bunch of away matches for the Gators, and finally back here at Auntie Marino Stadium. For some players, their first time here. The freshmen, first time at Auntie Marino Stadium.
Keeper on that for the Mustangs.
Foul called on the Mustangs, or excuse me, on the Gators, and a Mustangs free kick. Headed once by a Gateway, flicked back over. This one crossed in, wide open and scoring. Austin Kolanowski. The give there from Kent Holmes. Another look at it here.
28-22.
Very similar to the first goal, with the exception it was lofted over the first time. This time, the back line for Gateway nowhere in sight of marking up the Gators there. Again, another look at it here. Austin Kolanowski, the one who's scoring, number 29 for the Mustangs. Back heel now for the Mustangs. Hudson Strasser with it. Cutting it a couple times and then taken by Gateway.
Scored by number 29, Austin Kolonkowski.
Cutting through Strasser again. Strasser. Backline stands tall, and then the help defense kicks it out and out of play. So Gateway responded within minutes of the first goal. Can they respond within minutes of this second one? Another look there defensively. Just getting in there was Ryan Hellman, who was able to get a piece of it and actually went off of Plum last, so it's a throw-in for the Gators. That one going off of Estremera. Another look at it here.
Alter on that kick. Corner kick.
See cutting in, and then the drive there, and Estremera just gets a piece of it. I think it would have gone wide anyway, but in a situation like that, you're definitely going to try and get a piece of it no matter what. But a corner kick for Plum. Into the box for the Mustangs, and it just goes wide. That was a header from a player in white down there. And back over, this one shot at, and deflects off a couple players and then cleared out of play by the Gators. Only momentarily though, crossing it over and it going past, and escapes the Gators do here after the couple shot attempts from the Mustangs. Another look at it here. This was just headed, unfortunately, backwards for the Gators, and Hudson Strasser was the one who tried to cross that one in. It was Kent Holmes who took the shot before off the header that I believe hit a header of a Gateway player as well. And so play will resume again after the goal kick. And back over for the Mustangs. On the far side now. Collected by Estremera. Estremera makes the save. I look at it here. This was another shot again by Holmes. Estremera diving to his left. He's getting his work in this evening for the Gators. Sophomore goalkeeper for Gateway. Played a lot of games last year as a freshman as well. This one headed once. First player to get there is a Plum Mustang. It goes over the bar in between the crossbar and the field goal post. That was Christian Alter for the Mustangs. Another look at it there. Off the volley. Sent all the way over. Back to the back line. Luke Hoberg will have it. Marco Tomasino. Christian Alter. And then high into the air again. First header from Troy Bowden. Second touch is for Austin Kolinkowski, and then back over number 40, Marshall Capaza. And then back forward from the Mustangs, but only momentarily. Gateway with it. One touch there from Amar Merle Merriweather as the goal for the Gators. And sent out of play. No one there for the Mustangs.
Bowden on the throw-in for the Gators.
Troy Bowden will throw it in for Gateway. Second touch there is for the Mustangs. Christian Alter finds an open player in Kolinkowski. Defenders are stepping up, and here goes back to Alter. Alter cuts it in. Still has it. Second defender steps up. And they joust at, and a foul is called on the Gators. And then look here, this was the run from Alter as he tried cutting in, and the defender for the Gators was over there the whole time, that being Max Fry, and Fry called for the foul though. Just trying to reach too much in there for Gateway. So a free kick opportunity.
One on the kick.
Parker Barat and Hudson Strasser are both over there for the Gators, or for the Mustangs, excuse me. Luke Hoberg's also in the area. We'll see who will get it. So a four-man wall for the Gators. It will be taken there, and it's out of play. Not a good swing there from number 30, Hudson Strasser. Tried to curl that one back in, but never curled back.
Over the crossbar. Goal kick.
And back over for the Gators. Flicked forward. Jahari Scott can't get there. Throwing back in, though, for Plum. It was a Gateway team last season. Mentioned before, Plum winning their section. Gateway finished third in the section, 5-5 record, right above Central Catholic, and had the tiebreaker over the Vikings. Gateway went to the WPIAL playoffs last season. 4A playoffs, fell to Cannon McMillan. Cannon Mac, the Big Macs, 6-0 in that one. That's a Cannon Mac team that actually lost to Plum in overtime in the quarterfinals. The Big Macs fought valiantly against the top team in the WPIAL. Right now, WPIAL rankings for 4A. Plum sits at a 5th spot right now. Is cutting in there is the Mustangs, but out of play. That was Scott who got back for the Gators. Thrown in and then right back out from the Gators. Sent all the way forward where a player for Mustangs will get to it. He sends it to the far side with some room to work with. Cutting it through, getting through the line, but collected by Estremera.
Nice save there by Estremera.
Was looking for the through ball to Christian Alter, and a really good ball. Just Estremera able to get there just in time. They have been able to get back behind that back line. The Mustangs have here. Early on in this one, about 20 minutes remaining here in the first half.
Langlands back in for the Gators.
We have a substitution. For Gateway. Conrad Wierzchowski will come in for the Gators for the first time. And throw in for the Mustangs. Off a Gator, and the second player to get there, though, in a black jersey. Down the pitch, and the one touch, the give and go, and a nice ball movement here for the Mustangs. Strasser sliding in, though. And a penalty, I believe, is going to be called. We'll have to take another look. Yeah, sliding in there is the Gators, and I believe that was Max Fry.
Penalty kick.
So a penalty kick will be awarded to the Mustangs. And it will be given to Strasser, who had that run through. So Strasser versus Estremera. Strasser steps up, and he delivers. He goes to his right.
Good. Hudson Strasser.
So Strasser scoring the goal after the penalty in the box for the Gators, making a 3-1 game for Plum. Mustangs are making that back line of the Gators work tonight. Have such a fluid offense. I mean, the ball movement there from their own, football 30-yard line all the way down the pitch to get that to Strasser, and the Strasser making the run. That one goes out. It'll be a throw-in for the Gators. Taken away, and then Emerson Langlands tries to get to it, but thrown in instead for the Mustangs. Mentioning before, Plum with a 3-1 or 4-1-1 record. As this one cuts back, they have a victory over Shaler to start their year, 3-0. Victory over North Hills, 4-0. A victory over NA, big NA school. One of the top teams always in that one. A loss to Peters Township was their first loss of the year. And then a Central Catholic draw, 0-0 in that one. And then a win over Greater Latrobe as you take a look at the section standings. So that tie against Central Catholic technically sits Plum in the standings as 4th. Penn Hills is the #1 team. And I know it's only one game in, but if I'm an Indians fan or an Indians player, I am taking a screenshot of that and saving it. The Indians probably on top of the section for the first time in several years. Again, I know it's only one game in, but it's a good sign for the Indians and for the Gators, currently sitting in last place due to that loss to Penn Hills. But finally back home the Gators are, but they got work to do. Down 3-1 to who is arguably the top team in the WPIAL, at least the top 5 team projected to win this section. But to Central Catholic's credit, they were able to hold the Mustangs to a scoreless draw. But also in defense of the Mustangs, that was the September 4th. That was that very rainy day in Pittsburgh where it poured heavily throughout many hours until the end of the evening as a through ball here for the Mustangs, and it goes too far. So conditions on the pitch might not have been the best for both the Gators and the Vikings, and to settle it with a scoreless draw is something that both teams are probably content with after the conditions of the field and the weather. As he's taking a look at the through ball. Conditions of the field and weather couldn't be better, though, here. A beautiful night in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. The temperature 72 degrees. Sunset 7:30, so it's set about a half an hour ago. You can see the orange in the distance. Great shot there from our camera crew. First player stepping up for the Mustangs gets it knocked out. I should say second player gets it knocked out of the way, and then back over, crossing it in off of a Gator and then just sent right out. Doesn't want to mess around with that one. And it will be a throw-in for the Mustangs. Troy Bowden was the one who deflected that one out of play. Kolinkowski will have a deep throw in towards the box. Next player to step up, takes a big drive on that one, but off the volley, just couldn't get over top of it. And it'll be a corner kick. Actually did deflect off a Gator, so corner kick for the Mustangs. This time it's over on the other side. Anthony Arago will take the corner kick. Into the box, backside of the box, and headed once, but collected fairly routinely by Estremera for the Gators. Another look here. It was Luke Hoberg with the header, a far header, though. Got as much on it as he could. And deflected once. cut back. Fighting for it at the box. Deflected once by Estremera. Still rolling around, and it goes in. Oh, miscues from the Gators and collected and cleaned up. Landon Vassell will be the one who scores for the Mustangs. Another look at it here. That's Ryan Hellman and Estremera defending with each other. The shot was taken there by Parker Barat, and then
one goal scored by number 14.
Landon Vassell. Vassell comes up. Vassell comes up and scores that one.
Don't forget the refreshment stand is open for business.
So 4-1 Mustangs.
Special, 2 slices and a drink for $5. Also, hot dogs with or without chili, nachos with cheese, coffee, candy, assorted drinks, and you can buy raffle tickets. $5 each, 5 for $20. The drawing will be held
and back over for the Gators,
it's a gift basket
where it's sent all the way down the pitch.
With a number of
and the Mustangs will try and move it forward.
Scotch Brewing, Spectro, Dolce, Confectionery, Pliables, Pizza Marcella, Nothing But Cake, Massage Envy, and the Coxcomb. Thank you for supporting Gateway High School Boys Soccer.
So throw in for the Gators here. 12 minutes and change here in the first half on Gateway Gators Productions. Thank you again for tuning in here on this one on this Tuesday night in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. You throw in for the Gators. Grant Karstetter will throw it in, one of the co-captains for the Gators.
Both teams.
I have some substitutes coming in. Whoa. With the substitutes, there's a lot that come in sometimes throughout the evening, so we'll mention the names of them as they get a touch on the ball or anywhere near the area of it. And as this one headed over, having to go track that one down was the Mustangs. That was Anthony Arago, and then back into the air. High into the air, and James Jodkin takes a header for the Mustangs. A couple players collide. And a nice move from Arago. Through ball forward. That's Kolinkowski, but sent forward. Nice defense from the Gators, and then more good defense there again as it's sent back out, but right back for Plum. The Mustangs controlling possession throughout the majority of this first half. At midfield, the far side, and then high into the air and sent back down where a player does get to it. Second touch, though, is Karstetter, and actually, correction, that's Aiden Haggerty who has to fight for it, and then it's out of play. And a goal kick for the Mustangs, or excuse me, a corner kick for the Mustangs. Max Fry was actually the one who was over there for the Gators. He was the last one to touch it. Anthony Arago will take the corner. He'll try and send us into the box. A touch in the air from the Gators, and then Arago tries to shield the opponent, and he does just that. Thrown in quickly, and it's going to be on sides, and the throw in, of course, and a nice, smart, quick throw in there. Touch back over. Jahari Scott. And Scott sent over to Langlands, but Langlands sends that one out. Not on the same page. There's Wierzchowski. And a good ball forward, but offsides is going to be called this time on the Mustangs. Christian Alter, another look at it there. Offsides First offsides for the Mustangs here in this one. Back over and a foul called on Gateway. Another look at it here. The hold there momentarily from the Gators. That was Emerson Langlands who held up one of the Mustangs, and another free kick opportunity for the Mustangs. Arago's free kick. It's over everyone and past the end line.
Goal kick.
For a goal kick for the Gators. So a goal kick for Gateway. Clock ticking down. A substitute came in, and it was Corey Ness for the Mustangs.
Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, we are out of pizza. That special went too well. But there are still hot dogs, walking tacos,
Taken by the Gators. Miscue from the Mustangs as the player goes down, but just too much touch on that one. It skips away from Sharif Richard, who had come in for Gateway. And a look at it here. And Richard going down. Very minimal contact, though. Right call not to have a call there. Touch was just a little too hard on that one from Richard. Send back over for the Mustangs, and then they head out of play. A throw in for Gateway. It's a quick throw in. High into the air. Still possession, holding on with the Mustangs, but a quick free kick for the Mustangs. High into the air and through, where Estromero will collect that one fairly routinely. Out of play, and then it'll be another throw in for the Mustangs. Out of play, past the sideline, and it'll be another throw-in for Plum as they'll stack a couple more players inside the box. They'll be in their deep throw. Kenzie Maxwell throws it in for the Mustangs, and Langlands gets a piece of it, and then it's sent back out. Thought that might have hit the hand of James Jodkin, but instead it did not hit his back, and it just collected by Plum. Touch was too strong there for the Mustangs. Throw in for the Gators here with 5 minutes remaining in this first half. If you're just tuning in, it was Plum who scored just a couple of minutes into the game. It was a header from Kent Holmes for the Mustangs. The Gators, however, would respond almost immediately within a couple minutes after them. It was Amar Merrill Merriweather who got a cross in from a Gateway. And he was able to convert on the cross that I believe got hit, actually hit off the goalkeeper for Plum, Chase Eber. Just a routine low cross that Eber couldn't hold on to. It went right to Amar Merrill Merriweather, who was able to tap it in for the easy goal. Camden Simon was the one who crossed it in, by the way, for the Gators. And then after that, the Mustangs scored 3 unanswered. Kolinkowski with a goal. It was Strasser on the penalty kick, and then Vasel scoring for the Mustangs as well. 4-1 lead now for Plum. Flicked forward in the first header from the Mustangs. Second touch back over. Emerson Langlands tries to cut it in. Amar Merrill Merriweather, but there's 4 Mustangs there, but a foul is called against Plum. Another look at it here. You see on your screen. A little touch there, but there's a handful of players in the area. But unfortunately for Plum, unfortunately for the Gators, first player knocked over Amar Merrill Merriweather. So a free kick for the Gators, as the referee telling the Mustangs wall to move back a little bit. Simon will take the free kick. It's a good one. It's off the crossbar. Simon again with it. The back heel, the forward, deflects off a player still in the box, but out of play. It hit off of the arm of Chase Eber, and a foul called. The free kick off the crossbar from the Gators on a big opportunity. This was the second touch here as well. You see it hit that hand of Chase Eber, the goalkeeper, and then just almost like a volleyball bump on his one arm, but it got away from any Gator and sent back out by the Mustangs. The best opportunity we've seen since the goal for the Gators, but looking for a goal here and trying to cross that over with the Mustangs. They had a player trailing in. A defender was on him. Estremera had dove over as well, but a goal kick. It was Corey Ness who was in the area. This is the free kick opportunity here real quick, as you see just hitting that crossbar. And then this is the other opportunity for the Mustangs. Nice job by our replay crew. Lee Schaefer catching both those replays and getting them on our screen. Flicked into the air. And I believe offsides is the call. It is going to be offsides. Offside on the Mustangs with a minute remaining here in this first half. Another look, you see, I believe that was 36 who was offsides, Anthony Arago. So final minute here in the first half on Gateway Gators Productions.
There goes Simon.
And here comes the Gators now. Warchowski sends it in, and it's out of play, and it'll be a throw-in, or excuse me, it'll be a corner kick for the Gators. And they're going to move quickly. They don't have much time. 25 seconds remaining. Corner kick sent into the box. First header was off the Mustangs, and the second player to get there at a full sprint and sending it forward. Now a one-on-one opportunity. Does he have any help? There is a player who was running through. Could get that lofted over, but the last man back is able to get to it. Nice play from Jahari Scott, who is back for the Gators, and that will end the first half. So 4 goals from the Mustangs. The Gators were able to tie it up 1 apiece. But Plum with 3 unanswered goals here in the first half. We'll step aside. We come back, we'll have the second half between the Gateway Gators and the Plum Mustangs here on Gateway Gators Productions. Back here on Gateway Gators Productions. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Spencer Witt here Tuesday night in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. Tuesdays and Thursdays are boys soccer nights. Mondays and Wednesdays are girls soccer nights in the WPIAL. Of course, practices happen prior to that for all teams. The reverse, boys will practice Mondays and Wednesdays. Girls practice on Tuesdays and Thursdays. As Gateway will be squaring off here. Take a look at the schedule real quick before we begin the second half for Gateway. Taking the Mustangs tonight, they'll go to Norwin. Another road game for Gateway. Tough schedule for the Gators. 4 or 5 of the first 6 games are on the road. But they have this home game here against the Mustangs, and they'll take on Central Catholic, and then they'll be at Hempfield, the Spartans, in that one. But they got to finish this one. They got to finish strong here. Down 3 goals against the Mustangs. Mustangs looking for another victory on the year, looking for technically their first victory in section play. Just 2 matches they've had. They've had their other match against Central Catholic. But a 4-1 start for them is a very good first half for them. If you're just tuning in, catching the second half here, it was the Mustangs who scored first. As this one headed once and taken back by the Mustangs. It was Kent Holmes who had scored the first goal as he just had a touch there, that ball going down. Looking for the through ball, sliding in momentarily, but now still with it is Plum. Cutting around, Alter. Alter taking the shot and scoring. Christian Alter, nice move. Finding the open space, shielding the ball away, and was able to cut that back in and score the goal. Another look here. This just deflects off a Gator. Just an unfortunate touch for Gateway. They didn't have the angle on it either. And Christian Alter scoring for the Mustangs. So a goal for the Mustangs to start the second half, 5-1 over the Gators. As that one goes out of play, and a throw in for Gateway.
Plum goal scored by number 8, Christian Alter.
So Alter's going to get credit for that goal for the Mustangs. I believe Strasser is going to get credit for the assist, so I don't know if they give credit due to the fact that a Gator touched it first, or I should say after him and prior to Alter. But regardless, here is Strasser. Cuts it back in. Goes down there, but flicked in and headed once by Richard. Back over for the Mustangs. A low shot. Richard takes a piece of it. Sent out, but only momentarily. And then finally sent out now by Gateway. High into the air and out of play. Right in front of the head coach there for the Mustangs. Raf Kolinkowski. And instead thrown in close to the head coach for the Gators, Mike Rugg. Here comes another opportunity for the Mustangs. In the box. And to the far side, and now, actually I should say the near side towards us. Kolinkowski into the box looking for some help. It goes off a foot and not directed towards the goal, and it will be a goal kick for the new keeper for the Gators, Jackson Michelandrich, the freshman for the Gators. Thrown in here and a first opportunity in this home match is Michelandrich will go and get that one. A little bit of contact, a little bit of pushing.
Michelandrich on that save.
More of a little bit of a check there on Holmes, but Michelandrich will collect it. And will send it forward for the Gators. The first touch goes for Gateway, and then Richard gets a piece of it. So does Landon Vasel. Amar Merle Merriweather back over. And deflect off one player. Back to the keeper. Hellman sends it forward for Gateway. Landon Vassell sends it forward. And Richard, big boot for the Gators. Bouncing around and then finally sent all the way to the other side of the pitch after going back and forth. But back for the Gators, it's a low one. Tough touch, though, for Plum, the first ones to get to it. But then stepping up is Gateway. Nice give and go here. This is Hellman. Hellman had a player all over him and a foul called on one of the co-captains, Marco Tomasino, for the Mustangs. Free kick taken for a Gateway. And a shoulder on that one from the Mustangs. They're looking to counter. Strasser sends it forward. He's got a player in the area, and they've got it. Sending it forward, taking the shot, and it deflects over across. It's not where Kent Holmes wanted it, but I think he hit a player when he was running in. Another look, really nice run here. Watch Holmes staying on side. He's got the guy in front of him, but he just steps up and takes that ball away from the defender, Max Fry, and then yeah, it was a piece of that one off the keeper for the Gators, Mikulandrich. So Mikulandrich gets a piece of it. And way offsides is going to be Kent Holmes.
Offside.
Now look at it here. You see the top of your screen. Holmes is offside by a good 5 to 6 yards there. Gateway's got to make a decision here on the free kick, and they go for the deep free kick. First header for Plum. Second touch the Mustangs as well, and they contain possession. Flipped over, a guy running through. Nice ball over here. Trying to corral it down, though. Parker Barat. It goes off a defender for the Gators and off Barat, and it'll be a goal kick for Gateway. Right side of the pitch, out of play for the Gators. Before this Gateway Gators team, mid-pack last year in section, went 5-5. In the section is back over for the Mustangs. A shot taken. Goes off the crossbar. Still in possession. A shot again and deflected away by the keeper.
Corner kick.
Another look at it here. You see the trailing player coming in and taking the strike there, and it hits the crossbar. That was Parker Barat for the Mustangs. A short corner kick for Gateway. A player goes down and injured on the play is Hudson Strasser. Strasser took a piece of something there falling down. I think he might have gotten his hand kind of caught up in going down. Clock has stopped at, excuse me, 31:49. You see right there, I think his right hand just kind of got caught up in him going down, maybe a wrist issue or hand issue there. So Strasser's up, which is good to see. He is walking off. They will bring a sub in for the Mustangs. While Strasser walks off, we'll take a quick second. Let's talk about the upcoming schedule here for Gateway Gators Productions. Upcoming broadcasts. Football on Friday against Kiski here at A&T Marino Stadium. Volleyball, girls volleyball next Tuesday against Derry. And Wednesday, soccer against Shaler. And then Friday, football against Franklin Regional at Franklin Regional. Volleyball against McKeesport. Football against Armstrong. And then boys soccer will be back here for a broadcast on October 3rd versus the Knights of Norwin. Merrill Merriweather sends it to the right side. Has a player over there. In possession for the Gators. Slid over, but no one there for Gateway. That was Hellman for, actually correction, that was Wischkowski for the Gators. And now an opportunity for Plum, slipping that one through and scoring.
Goal.
It's Kent Holmes for the Mustangs. So Holmes scoring for the Mustangs. Another look at it here. The defense just overplayed, and Holmes decided to just run through instead. And his second goal of the evening for the Mustangs, a 6-1 lead now for Plum. So a goal for Holmes.
Home goal scored by number 28, Kent Holmes.
His second on the evening. A 6-1 lead now for Plum as they're on cruise control right now. Gateway just trying to do anything here offensively, and that one goes out of play. It'll be a throw in for the Gators. Quickly taken. Simon has another throw in. Back to Simon, takes that shot off the right foot, went off the side of his foot and out.
23, Sharif Rashard is in for the Gators.
Quick goal kick for Plum. Forward where it goes off a Mustang and then back over. And a foul called on the Mustangs. They look there. A little late on that swing from one of the Plum players. I believe that was Kolinkowski for Plum. So the free kick headed once by the Gators. Second ball, Wisnowski, but it can't get enough on that one. And it was collected by the keeper, Eber, for the Mustangs. Play a throw in. 28 minutes and change remaining here in this second half.
Number 29, Edward Kuhn is in for the Gators.
And a foul called on the Mustangs. Sunkai Park is in for the Gators as they are offside trapped and are not able to stay on sides. The Plum Mustangs just pushed forward
Max Fry on
that free kick.
Goal kick.
So goal kick and then just taken here. And we have a stoppage. I believe we're redoing the goal kick. So goal kick, and now we're back underway here. Christian Sparrow over there defensively for the Gators gets a piece of that one, and then out of play for the Mustangs. Sparrow, a freshman for Gateway. Forward now for the Mustangs. Trying to get to this one is Alter. Taken away though. I think that was Sparrow defensively for the Mustangs after keeper came off his line. Last time these two teams squared off in Gateway, it was in Monroeville, Pennsylvania, I should say. It was a 5-1 victory for the Mustangs back on October 1st of last year. There's another look at that one going out of play. Plum defeated them on their home site as well, 4-0 back on September 10th of last year. So almost exactly 1 year ago today, these two teams squared off. We have an offsides call on the Mustangs. Look, see, way offsides there was Kolinkowski. Gateway last year before the playoffs lost 3 of their last 4 matches. A victory over Hempfield, though, in the final match of the year gave them their 5-5 conference record. Other conference victories, last year, victory over Penn Hills. It was an 8-1 victory over Penn Hills. And here comes Gateway with it now, and then sent forward, and last player to touch it was the Gators, so it'll be a goal kick. Had an overtime victory over Central Catholic at Central Catholic. And then victories against Hempfield, both at home and on the road. Penn Hills, home and on the road. Were the 5 victories for the Gators. And still looking for their first victory this year in both conference and non-conference play. Section play, I should say, and non-section play. There's a big boot there from Plum. And touch over for Max Fry. The Mustangs with it, and it goes past the sideline off Kolinkowski. It'll be a throw in. Player down for the Gators. Max Fry, slow to get up. I think he just got his foot kind of caught. I think he's hobbling on it a little bit. I correct myself. I thought he got his cleat caught on him, but Fry will continue. A throw in for the Mustangs. Kolinkowski cuts once into the box, looking for a header. And that one collected over the head of the keeper, Michael Andrich, for the save. But back over for the Mustangs. Cutting it back over, one touch. Second player, though, sweeper sends that one out for the Gators. And past the sideline, throw in for the Mustangs. Cutting it back in, dropped off, still in the box, sliding once, hits off a player for the Gators, and back out. Earl Merriweather has the goal for the Gators this evening. Fights with a white jersey, and then out of play for the throw-in. Basil throws it in for the Mustangs. Kent Holmes looking to do something with that, but second touch, I should say, after it was a Gator. Taken away, though. Marshall Capazza with it. And then forward for Plum. Crossed in, low cross. Max Fry gets there and sends it out for Gateway, and it'll be a throw-in for the Gators. Looking for the through ball, couldn't get it to a teammate, and then sent back out by the Mustangs. All the way back down the pitch, Jackson Michelandrich, mentioned a freshman goalkeeper again who comes into this one. Starts the second half here. Maximo Estremera started the first half for the Gators. Gave up 4 goals in the first half. Throw in now for the Mustangs. Another throw in for Plum. Right at the bench of that Gator squad, who will, like I said, go back on the road in their next match for Gateway. Galandrich. One header there from the Gators, and just sent all the way back where Chase Eber will have to go get to it. And he does. It's a low pass, and an errant one at that, and back into the air. And an offside is going to be called as the player who was chasing that down for the Gators, Senkei Park for Gateway, was offsides. Taken now by the Gators. Nice cut in. The shot taken, and it's over the bar. Not a bad look, though, from
Simon, a little bit
the
high.
Gators, and it was Camden Simon who took the shot. Look there over the head of the Mustang keeper. Chase Eber will send it over. Him and Jack Matcher are both junior goalkeepers on this squad for the Mustangs. They have 2 freshman goalkeepers as well, Ethan Fields and Brennan Van Tyne. The other side for Gateway, they have a goalkeeper in Estremera, sophomore, and this one back down and collected by the goalkeeper. Speaking of, the freshman, Michelandrich, him and Xavier Trainer both listed as goalkeepers for the Gators. The Gators have no upperclassmen goalkeepers. Estremera and Michelandrich, both sophomore and freshman. And Xavier Trainer, also a freshman. The Mustangs don't have a senior goalkeeper, just a couple juniors. As that one back into the air, and then back for the Mustangs. Under 20 minutes, 18 and change, or I should say 17 and change, under 18 minutes. Here in this second half on Gateway Gators Productions. Mustangs scored a couple goals here. They're looking for their 7th of the evening. It was 4-1 at halftime. So 2 goals scored by Plum. One of them maybe 2 minutes into the second half. And some substitutions are coming in specifically for the Mustangs. Jonah Kackmer is in for the Mustangs for the first time here. Junior defenseman for the Mustangs. Touch too strong there. Back over, swinging this into the box, so they were trying to. It goes awry. Not the best kick there for one of the Mustangs. It was Elias Fassel for
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the winner
Mustangs.
of the souvenir basket. Take out your tickets.
And deflected out of play.
Is Patricia White. Patricia White, congratulations. Please report to the concession stand to pick up your prize.
Troy Bowden throws it in for the Gators. Congratulations, Patricia White, awarding the swag basket, I guess we call, for Gateway Soccer. Proceeds, of course, benefiting the Gateway soccer team, boys soccer team here. They had the drawing just a couple minutes ago. And a little more than just a couple minutes to go here in this one. 15 minutes remaining here in half number 2 between the Mustangs and the Gators here on Gateway Gators Productions. Thank you for tuning in here. Gateway Gators Productions, your home for all Gateway Gators broadcasts throughout the year. Between the football teams or football team, I should say, and the games of the week. The game of the week here being boys soccer team taking on Plum. As Park gets a piece of that one, and then back over, though, for the Mustangs. Capaza. And a piece of that one off of Troy Bowden. And back for one of the co-captains for the Mustangs, Luke Hoberg. I believe an offsides is called, though, on Plum. So player top of your screen called for the offsides. Free kick for Gateway. And out of play. Had to play another throw in. Substitution is in as well for the Mustangs. Mackenzie Maxwell, the sophomore midfielder slash forward, in for the Mustangs. And now Plum with it. Shot taken, and that one going wide. And Aaron's shot there for Gateway. And it was the Mustangs, number 9, Joaquin Santiago, took the shot there. Flipped over. And a foul called and going down. And now we've got some players pushing and shoving. You saw the foul there. That was Conrad Wierzchikowski. And you see the grab there. That's the foul, but you see the arm of a Plum player hooked onto the neck as well, and I think that was the reason for it. We also have a player down looking like a cramping issue in the near side, which is nice of good sportsmanship. Mustangs player helping him out. But a yellow card was assessed. And Marshall Capaza, nice show of sportsmanship with Camden Simon. And a header there from the Gators, so things have been collected. And a push goes down there, and a player down for Gateway. Corner kick now for the Mustangs.
Corner kick.
Quick corner for the Mustangs. Trailer here who sends it in. First header, though, goes to Gateway. Second head there from Tomasino, and then back over. First header. Second touch for the Mustangs, though, but Gateway with it. Sent out. And a throw in for the Gators. A couple of ball boys having fun with the tennis ball. Substitution has come in for Gateway. Grant Karstetter back in for the Gators. And that one swings out of play and thrown in. Jahari Scott. Back over for the Mustangs, Anthony Arago. Scott. Gateway with it. Going to look to swing this one into the box. Nice cut through, and it deflects off and collected. It was a good cross in for Camden Simon, but Mustangs player, the goalkeeper to be specifically, Chase Eber, there for it. Daniel Bandos, who is also in for the Gators, a sophomore in for Gateway. And a shot taken there and diving over and making the stop and having to hold on to it.
by Chase Eber.
It's Chase Eber. And look at it here. This was the strike from Park with the left foot. Took one bounce, and then Eber kind of took a little higher bounce. I think Eber was expecting there, and was able to reach his arms up, get a piece of it, and then haul it back in. Is back down the pitch. 8 and change here. That one soars high into the air, into the darkness, basically. And then back down to the lights here at Ante Marino Stadium. Santiago back over. And Park will turn with this. He's got to move with it. He's got room. He sends it over. Simon does a spin, scans his options. Merrill Merriweather, too hard on the touch there. And deflected, unfortunate touching there from Jahari Scott. He still fights with it, and a foul called. Foul called on Arago. The left arm grabbing that one is Simon. It's up through the uprights, but that's the problem. It was up through the uprights, way too high. On that one, not going to get 3 points in this one. As we'll have a new keeper coming in for the Mustangs. And speaking of going through the uprights, I'll mention real quick, we will see, hopefully, some kicks go through the uprights for the Gators. They'll take on Kiski in their match, or I should say in their game on Friday. You can find that here on GatewayGatorsProductions.com. Of course, one of the kickers for the Gators, Jackson Mikelandrich. Very common, very often you'll see kickers listed as also playing on the soccer team. As this one trickles all the way back to the new keeper for the Mustangs. And back all the way down the pitch now. Scott with it. I believe it is Jack Matcher who is in now for the Mustangs. And flicked forward.
New goalkeeper for the Mustangs, number 43, Jack Major.
It is Jack Major who is in. He gets a round of applause from the Mustangs fans in attendance. Again, not too far away from here, of course, so easy travel for the Mustangs and their fans. Is that one out of play, and then bench is being unloaded for a large portion of these teams here with the final 5 minutes and change. Gavin Urasinic is in for the first time this evening for the Mustangs, and for the Gators. As this one collected by the keeper.
Mikelandrich on that save.
Dominic Barron in for the first time for Gateway. Sharif Richard is back in as well. And back over, and it's a foul called. Luke Hoberg, senior, will take the free kick. Clock still continues to tick down. Richard gets that one taken away from him. Flicked forward, but too far for anyone. For the Mustangs, as Mikelandrich will come up and get to it. Mikulandrich, I believe. Yeah, they called it. He stepped past the out of the box. So it's going to be, technically, it's going to be a handball outside the box and a free kick opportunity. And Plum wants to go quickly with this. And they're able to. So play resumes, shot taken there and scoring.
Goal, Mustangs.
It's a goal for the Mustangs. Another look at it here. Caden Zoller scoring, number 18 for the Mustangs.
Plum goal scored by number 18, Caden Zoller.
Evan Zalewski was also over there for the Mustangs, but it's Zoller who scores the goal. That's 7-1 for the Mustangs. And a freshman mistake, unfortunately, for Mikulandrich. The only reason I say that is I have quite literally done the exact same thing in that exact same situation. Back when I played a handful of games at goalie, did that once in a game myself, so I know that feeling. It's frustrating, but a quick free kick was also taken. The problem was Gateway wasn't able to get back either. Team never tracked back. They only really had 2 or 3 defenders in the area. So thrown in for the Gators. And back over, low shot taken, and that one just wide.
By Major.
Ryan Hellman took the strike. It was a low one, but Major taking the stop. Another look at it here. And you saw Hellman's shot just getting a piece of it, that hand. I think that one would have found the corner if he doesn't get a piece of it. So corner kick now for the Gators. Jahari Scott looking for a little confidence boost here at the end of this one. Trying to get a goal on the board. That one taking a header from the Gators back into the box as well. That was Dominic Barron who came flying in there. Just couldn't put that head towards the goal. Now here comes the Mustangs. And a foul called. Jason Floyd going down for Plum. Another look at it here. He gets tangled up with Ryan Hellman. Free kick with a minute remaining here in this match on Gateway Gators Productions.
1 minute left in the game. 1 minute.
That one skips over past the sideline. It'll be thrown in by Daniel Bandos for the Gators. Final couple of touches, good slide tackle in there for Gateway. And deflected once and then forward again for the Gators. Final 20 seconds, last offensive attack for Gateway. Scott sends it over to a teammate. It's Bandos, who has a player coming tracking back to him. And at the sideline, they'll hold on to it. Plum will, and it will be the Mustangs, after giving up a goal to tie things up early on in the first half. They score 6 unanswered goals, and Plum looking like a top team in the section with a victory 7-1 over the Gators.
Good night, everyone.
Goals from Holmes, Kolonkowski, Strasser, a penalty kick goal, Vassell, Alter, Holmes again, and Zoller with the final goal for the Mustangs. Amar Merrill Merriweather scoring the lone goal for the Gators. So that'll be it here on this broadcast. Don't forget to tune in on Friday. The Gators will take on Kiski in the football game here at Ante Marino Stadium. For our entire broadcasting crew, our producer Adam Gusky, our director Lee Schaefer, our replay operator Greg Hughes, our entire broadcasting crew, I'm Spencer Witt saying so long, and thank you so much for tuning in here on Gateway Gators Productions. Good night, everybody.